stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best. I don't even know your name, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. We don't know what happens next, but you got me, 'cause I'm next in line. You make it look so easy, making me feel so dreamy. Never wanna pay for drinks, but you got me, 'cause you're old to die. Got me locked in now. Go ahead and take a shot. Do you really want me? Maybe you're just playing. The way you're making it move, yeah, you do it so smooth. Make it all about you. Can have it all if you want. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it at that. Taking the lead, feeling your heat, just wanna give you my best. Taking the chance, stuck in my head, not gonna leave it.
Not running around looking for nobody else. I've got one thing on my mind, I already hear the bells. I'm a victim of love, calling out to heaven above for you.
Hey, you guys, welcome to the second season of Shot Talk. I am your host, Rodney Howell, and I am so excited tonight, you guys, with our hot topics. We are going to talk about who's paying for this dinner. Now, I got my guests on here. I got some wonderful women on here, and I got my boy Mike on here, and we're going to talk some hot topics about dating and who should pay. So, bring in my guests. I have my girlfriend, Miss Joy Santiago Clark. Hey. What's up, Joy? And it's my girl, Sheila. What's happening, Sheila? Hey. Where's Mike? Come on, Mike Johnson. There's Mike, everybody. I got my boy, Mike. We are so excited tonight, you guys. And y'all look beautiful. Let me Sheila and Joy. Y'all got all this hanging off to the side. Now, Mike, look. And then, hey. There's my cousin, Martin Green. Martin is the man, y'all. We got some testosterone in the house. He's a young brother. So we definitely want to hear from our young people, you guys. But everybody looks really good tonight. And we are trying to find out who's going to pay for this dinner. So I'm sure, brothers, that y'all been on some dates with quite a few women, different women. And you needed to find out who was going to pay for the dinner. So let's get started, you guys. The first question I have here is, what happens on the first date? Who do you think should pay for the dinner on the first date? Now, we're going to start. Joy is an old veteran because she's the married one in the group. So we want to ask you, Joy, prior to you dating and marrying John, who paid for the first date?
You know, that was a long time ago.
I know, right?
But you know what? Definitely he did. Absolutely. He's always been a gentleman since day one, still is.
That's awesome. So because a brother pays for the date, that definitely makes him a gentleman, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Hold on to that. Now, Sheila, who do you think should pay for the first date?
I think the man should pay for the first date, especially if he asked. If he asked to take me out, he should pay for the first date.
All right. I think that's fair. Now we want to hear from the fellas. Come on, Martin, chime in, my man.
I kind of agree. What is this? Sheila? Okay, yeah. I think whoever asks should pay.
Okay. And then Mike, we got an old school veteran here, a player. Me and Mike went to school together, And Mike got women galore, ladies. I don't want to mess up your
Not true.
Mike, but if you date anybody, he told me he wasn't. So, hey, you gotta let me know, Mike. But Mike, what do you think? Who should pay on the first date?
I agree with Sheila as well. I think the man. I'm a bit old fashioned. I think the man should always pay, especially the first date.
Okay. That's good. Now, I have some brothers that they could differ. We got a little feedback. Mike, why don't you turn off your mic for me? Mute your mic, Mike. Okay, there we go, Mike. I have some brothers that think that sometimes women should pay on the first date. I think personally it should be the one who asks, like all of you have said, whoever asks, that should be the one to pay for the date. Now, my thing is that Sheila, what happens now that you're dating? Right, you're still out on the market.
No, I should say I'm available today.
Okay, she's available today. So all of y'all see my beautiful sister over there. She's
I see her over there.
So Sheila,
yeah.
Look at Martin. Okay, we're gonna do that a little later after the show, y'all. We got to get into these questions because we got quite a few. So look, Sheila, what if you met a brother and you guys were talking about going out on a date, and you went out, on the date, and this brother decided that perhaps you should pay, or perhaps you should go and have how would you feel about that?
I would not go.
You wouldn't?
Because he's setting the tone from the very beginning.
Okay.
He's setting, I'm old school, like Mike said, and I'm not in the business to use men for money. So let's be clear about that.
Right.
But if he's asking me on a date, he should be able to afford to take me out on a date.
Okay, that's true. That's true. And
I just think I just think I would not go, because what else is he going to ask me for later down the line?
Okay, so what you're saying is that if he asks you to pay for the date, or if he even asks to split the bill, you wouldn't go with the brother?
I would probably have, it depends. I would probably have some reservations about going, but there's got to be a lot of other strong attributes that's on his list as I get to know him that's going to make me decide that. But if I have to be really honest, I probably wouldn't go on a date. And it's because this is common. I think a lot of men, and no offense to the men.
Wait, what's common, Sheila? What's common?
Men are asking more men are asking women, or expecting women to pay right out of the gate. And I just think that things are flipping, and it shouldn't be. And why is that? So me personally, I can wait. I don't have to go on a date. I can wait for the next guy who's going to offer.
Right. Now, Joy, is that something that you experienced, you being a veteran and all, and, back in the day when you were dating, did you ever have a guy and how does a guy ask that?
I don't think if he asked me, I would kind of be taken back. Like, I'm thinking about if I were single now and somebody were to ask me, or even my daughter, for example. Right. I mean, what if she came to me and said, hey, he asked me to pay, and I would tell her, are you kidding me? That's just not appropriate. I think, for a man is, and maybe I'm a little old fashioned, and maybe I'm, kind of like the man is the head of the household thing. And I'm
right. Exactly.
I'm still independent. I'm still fierce. I'm still a businesswoman and all those things. But, the man is the one that has to be to take the lead, in my opinion.
Right. Yeah. And I think majority of us on this panel agree with you. Now, Mike, had there ever been a time that you asked a woman to pay for a meal on the first date?
No, there's never been a time that I asked a woman to pay for a meal. And not on the first date. Now, I would ask a woman to fix a meal.
Okay. There you have it.
But to pay for a meal, no. And I may come with groceries.
What you say, Mike?
And I still may come with the groceries.
Oh, wait. You may come with the groceries.
Yeah, I may come with the groceries.
Okay,
Sometimes
now would that be a problem, ladies? Either one of you can chime in on that. If Mike,
I'm sorry, Rodney, I apologize for disturbing. Martin, can you please flip your phone? And Mike, when you're speaking, can you please mute so we won't get feedback? Thank you so much, everybody. I apologize.
So we're getting feedback. The producer came in and spoke.
Okay,
there you go. Okay. There you go. We want this to be A1, y'all. We got a lot of people watching us, so we want to make sure that we're on point. So, ladies, as I was saying, do you have a problem with cooking for a brother on the first date? We're talking about first dates now. Would you have a problem either way if he brought the food with him or if he asked you to cook on the first date? Would that be a problem?
For me, no. I'm a good cook. But I had to say it depends on who it was, right? So if it's somebody that I thought that, he was somebody that I would be really interested in.
Okay.
I don't have a problem cooking for him, but am I cooking for him at my house or his house?
Oh, that's a different story.
Yeah, different story. I was going to say, Joy, I'm a good cook too. I learned my way around the kitchen, but if it's the first date, I don't know that he's coming to my house or I'm going to his. We still have to establish some things. There's some crazy folks out there that show you their representative. So,
that's true.
But, I do know how to cook. And if it came down for the right person, as Joy mentioned, yes, I would not have a problem with cooking a man a meal.
All right, great. Now, Martin, since you're the younger brother here on the platform, what have you had a young lady that wanted to cook for you? Because I think it's a little different, you guys. We're kind of seasoned and they're doing something a little different now. So on the first date, Martin, have you had a young lady to cook for you or you guys went out or how did that work?
Never the first date. Like usually like the first day we go out, meet each other. I would probably say like after like the third date,
right?
Then, they might say, hey, I want to cook something for you, whatever.
That's fair. So Martin, have you ever asked a young lady or have a young lady wanted to pay for the first date? Because I know you. Martin's Italian, y'all. So he's been in some situations. So Martin, share
put me in some situations. I mean, of course, I had women that wanted to pay for the first date.
Okay.
But no, I'd rather pay for it because I don't like feeling like I owe somebody something.
Okay. And there you have it. Now, that's a good one, you guys. And that's one of our questions coming up. But we can get into that now. What if a brother takes you to a very nice restaurant? Very nice. It's high end. This is the first date. If he took you to a very nice restaurant, would you be compelled to put out?
You heard of the 2 F's, right?
I don't know what that is. You got
to yes, you do.
All right, Sheila, you brought it up, baby. You don't have to tell us what the
this is. What rating is this show? I won't say the words.
Oh, we are grown. This is grown folks.
But I've heard that there is this term that it's like a code that men typically think about, and women may know is if you feed me, he's expecting the other F.
Exactly. Okay.
Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be right away. But I heard that that's kind of a mentality that's out there. However, I just don't think that should be the first expectation. You're getting to know me. And I think if you're vibing with someone, that's going to come naturally if that's the path that you two are going to go on.
Right. And
so don't expect that. But there's some people that live by it.
Right. Probably not on the first date, but maybe the second or third.
Or depends on the right person. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, Mike.
Second or third.
Chime in, Mike, on that, man, because you're old school, brother, and you done been on quite a few dates, and I know you spent some money. Did you have expectation?
No, I don't have any expectation. Grown folks are grown folks.
Right.
It's better when she feel it and you feel it.
Correct.
Now, Mike.
Yeah.
You telling me that you have no expectations from a woman when you take her to Chris or restaurant.
I have no expectation. I want to have a good time.
Okay.
A good time. I want to laugh. And like I said, it's better when she feels it and then you feels it. You have a better time. Not making her feeling compelled to put out.
Okay. I got you. I agree. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, cool. Mike is back on mute. I'm not for sure what's going on with his
mic.
phone, but it's giving us that feedback. But now, y'all, Martin, can you speak to that? If you're
Do I
spending,
expect something?
if you're spending, and I want you to be honest. We need to be honest here, you guys,
I'm
because
always expecting
communication
something.
is key. It's so important, guys. So, Martin, speak to that and tell me, had you spent quite a bit of money on a date, and then was expecting something from the young lady?
Hold on, Rodney, 1 second. So I think I'm getting like red flags. I think you got to take a break.
Yeah.
So I think I want to hear what Martin has to say
After the break.
after the break.
Oh, okay.
We're coming back right after the break. Thanks, Joy.
Right.
Hold on, y'all.
Know they notice me flexing. All of my fitness. My head big, let it down. See me shining. My head big, let it down. See me shining. Talk, 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 talk. Talk, 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 talk.
All right, you guys, and we are back to Shop Talk. I missed the break. I don't know how I missed the break. The conversation got to be so good. So here we go. We got Joe, we got Sheila, we got Martin, we got Mike back on the block. You know what?
Yeah, I had to put my glasses on for this.
There
Rodney.
you go. So you can see. I'm telling you, man, some of this stuff on here is so small. Y'all don't know what goes into putting on a podcast show. And our producer, she's very, very professional. And she's making sure that this is awesome, you guys. Now, we have Roz. Roz commented that, yes, she has a problem cooking on the first date. She said she can burn, but make no great reservations. So we got somebody that's got a problem cooking on the first date. And rightfully so, if that's her opinion, hey, there you have it. Now, of course, we're getting back to the expensive restaurant and the goodies afterwards after you spent your money. And I think Martin was going to chime in on that. So, Martin, come on, give us one of them juicy stories, man. We're trying to get ratings. Come on, Martin. I know you got
Well, I mean, I feel like it's always it's not about me expecting anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an unwritten rule. Like, yo, I'm taking you to Morton's or we at Roof Chris or something, like something.
Okay, so you are.
If you want Eddie V's and we got to go somewhere afterwards.
We at Eddie V's and into the band play.
Exactly.
You know, come on now.
So it's
I'm not asking for it, huh?
So it is expected, Martin. Is this
if
on
I
the
take
first
you
date?
there? If I take you there on the first date, yeah.
On the first date? On the first that day?
Well, I mean, I like to go to nice places.
So everybody, let me ask you this, Martin. So everybody that you take on a date, and let's say you spend over, it's $300. What are you expecting? You expecting Some goodies?
I mean, is there average? I mean, is there like, okay, number one, you want, this, you want this. If you spend that amount, and then you got
Right.
average, if you spend this amount, this gonna happen.
Hold on, I think
going all the way.
I think if she's expecting something too, though, right? She's expecting me to pay. So what's wrong with me expecting something?
Why is it transactional? Why is it transactional?
Because it is. It's always transactional.
It will be eventually, like Mike said, if you vibing, that's gonna come with if y'all vibing. But if you thinking you're gonna spend $150 on me and I'm about to drop my drawers, that's not gonna happen.
I ain't asked you to drop your drawers. You might want to after the meal.
Okay, Martin.
Because it's like you said, it's transactional.
Right.
Like you getting something, I'm getting something. Right?
How about let's when we date, it should be with intention. You intend to get to know the person so it can get to that level. That's what I meant by the transactional. Because otherwise, we'll lose that love or that connection if we're always thinking that if I do this, this comes with that. I think the intention is going to lead to something. Whether it's the first date or
Is it expected? Is that like a red flag? Or, if you're going to an expensive restaurant, do women have that expectation as well? Meaning that, okay, I'm going to have to get his brother something because we're going to Ruth Chris.
It depends on what your baseline is, because an expensive restaurant to me is my baseline. So you will never be able to take me to McDonald's unless we agree that we're going to go to McDonald's, right?
Okay.
But if I'm going to Eddie V's, I don't really, because it depends. Like I said, I don't want to sound like I'm expecting too many high things, but some restaurants are just commonplace. Like I go with my girlfriends, Joy and I could go to Eddie V's and that's nothing. So when a guy takes me to Eddie V's, it's just a restaurant that we're going to.
Right.
But if he feels that there's something that comes with, we're grown. Let's put it out on the table. That's
exactly.
what I think we should put out on the table and get those expectations. If I'm not rolling with that and you feel that you're not going to take me out to dinner because that's what you want in the end, then we'll probably not go. Okay, but if I'm feeling you never know.
So Christine said that the dollar amount should never dictate putting out.
Exactly.
That's because she's a woman.
Martin, how do you feel about that?
She's a woman. But here,
she's not paying. She's not paying.
And it's expected. So obviously, it's been working out for Martin.
I'm winning. I'm winning over here. I'm good.
He winning. He had to put the glasses on.
And Martin, so where does the date go from there? If on the first date she don't put out, do you respect her afterwards?
Ooh.
Yeah, because we grown. Like grown people do grown things.
So is it always about sex when you go out?
That's a good question, Rodney. Like you gotta ask. Like this is the thing I always think is like a double standard when it comes to women, because they say it's not about the sex, right? But if the sex ain't good, then they like, I ain't really feeling him like that. Or if you're not working with something, then they like, he nice, he this, but he ain't really giving it to me the way I want it. So it is about
both ways.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, that goes both ways. She has to be working with something too.
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of people say it doesn't have a face, but it does.
And I get that. Okay. Christine, mute Mike. I'm sorry, man. Mute Mike. There you go. Chris says that she pays if a woman decides to pay. Does that mean she should be expecting the man to put out?
Yeah, I'm putting out.
Oh, look, not me. Yeah, he doesn't need a dinner at all.
Look,
she take me to McDonald's.
Look, dating just ain't the same. It's just all about sex. Who putting out? Who getting what?
Putting out.
Okay,
this is so much more of the person. I mean, sex is great. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of us, like Martin said, we grown, we can throw down no inhibitions or whatever. But I feel like that's so surface oriented that you're missing out possibly on knowing who that person really is.
Right.
Unless that's all you got. I mean, people are hooking up all the time. So I'm probably a little bit behind the trend or whatever. But that's what you're looking for. That's your lane. Go for it. But there's other people who really want to genuinely get to know somebody. Sometimes it takes us going out on dates or the first date to do that.
Okay.
So I don't necessarily know that I'm going to pull out money. the first time because men expect you to do that now. I've had guys slide the check over to me. I'm like, just because I look like this don't mean I
Are
should
you
pay.
serious? So what? How did
I
you
never.
handle that, Sheila? How did you
Pardon me?
handle that?
I picked out what I ate and I never went out with them again.
Okay,
Wow.
I totally get it. Now, Joy, should the man select the restaurant that they're going to, or should the woman? Should it be an expensive restaurant, or what? What if it were up to you? Do you expect the man to select the restaurant, or would you, or do you think they should go to an expensive restaurant on the first date, or should it be a coffee shop or something?
I'm definitely with Sheila. I mean, Eddie V's is a normal for me, you know. And again, I'm married, so you know, I definitely do nice restaurants on a regular. But
Right.
you know, I think in answer to your question, I think the man should, if whoever asks, should pick the restaurant.
Okay, and
So-
and I think that's fair. We got Sonny on here. Sonny J. He put in a comment. It says, "So until you are ready to give up the goods, why not split the bill every time, or better, why doesn't the women pay every time until you decide to give up the goods? Men want sex, period." Is that true, fellas?
I don't agree with.
that's
I don't
what Martin
agree with
wants.
Sonny J. Yeah, I can't even agree with that one. But whatever. That's his opinion.
And Mike, what you think about that?
No, I don't agree with that either.
Okay, that's cool. Now, another question, fellas. This is to the fellas. Do the person that you're taking out determines where you're taking them to dinner based on who they are or who you perceive them to be?
I want to hear this.
No.
Go ahead, Mike.
If you're taking her out, you're taking her where you want to go. No, it's not. Some of the conversations you're saying is way past the first date.
Mm-hmm.
You know, way past the first date.
So what I'm saying is that, turn your mic off, Mike. Thank you. What I'm saying is that you have a young lady, and Joy said that, as well as Sheila, they're accustomed to going to very expensive, classy places. So if you were to encounter one of these young ladies or a young lady like them that's very classy, very sophisticated, would you take them because of who you perceive her to be? Would you take her to a Eddie V's or a Ruth Chris or, you know, a very nice steakhouse? Or would you take her to Fridays? Or would that determine, Martin, where you took your date?
I'm gonna take her where I want to go. She ain't paying for it.
Exactly.
Fair.
All she gotta do is meet me there. Like,
Exactly. And I think, ladies, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong. I think women want the men to take the lead. Correct?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I picked it out. I'm taking you where I'm taking you.
Okay.
Right.
I don't want to hear nothing.
All right. So Martin,
You better eat your vegetables too.
yeah, because you got something in store for them, so they gotta have extra.
Not necessarily, but that's fair though. That's fair if a man asks and he picks a place. And to be clear, Joy and I are saying we're accustomed to that, but that doesn't mean that this like, oh, that's all I can have. If the guy is really into me and he really can't afford that, I'm not gonna knock him for that. Or if he say, hey, let's just do Fridays, I'm okay with that too. I think it's the intent behind it.
Or I can take you to the taco truck. It's a lot. It's a
It's
a lot of nice little spots.
That's right.
So come on now, y'all, Joy and Sheila, y'all just talking.
It
Hold
depends.
on, now you
No,
seen the thin
seriously,
line
it
between love and hate when Martin Lawrence took that girl to get that fish in the hood. She was going
Right.
crazy. It's a lot of little gems in Detroit like that. Like Eddie V's gonna always be there.
Okay,
Let's hit
so
these little
ladies,
spots up.
tell
It's-
me, Sheila and Joy, this is you know, to you guys. Tell me, if a brother came along and he said, okay, we're going to, and I'll say a Fridays because I think everybody knows Fridays.
Mhm.
So if he told you we're gonna meet at Fridays, you know, for dinner, not lunch, dinner, y'all wouldn't look at the brother differently and be like, I don't know if this is the one because of the restaurant that he's selected.
Well, first impressions are everything.
Okay.
So I hear what Sheila's saying, and you know, I hear what Martin's saying. I think for a first date, and again, I'm married, so it's been ever.
Right.
But I think if he was going to make a first impression, I think creativity would be key.
Okay.
So if he decided he wants to take me to a taco truck, and my husband will. Hey, look, one of my birthdays, my husband said, "Hey, where do you want to go?" You know, and he set up this nice restaurant and everything. But on my birthday, I wanted White Castle because I love White Castle. So we had an amazing date at White Castle.
And that's wonderful. And we got that established that your husband already put his work in, because I see all them Gucci and Louis bags behind you
in the back.
in your
I see it too.
closet. So, you know,
Look,
he did
I'm
his
shopping.
job.
I'm
So
like, I
White
want that
Castle
one.
every now and then ain't bad. So, Sheila, what about you? Would you
No,
judge?
I agree with Joy. It doesn't always have to be, you know, white tablecloths. It's the intent behind it and the creativity behind it. So with Martin, like if he says I'm going to a food truck and he creates that atmosphere of I still want to get to know you and get into you, that's totally acceptable, because I think he's showing me that he can think outside the box. But if he's doing that after, you know, we've talked and he's doing that to say I'm being cheap and I don't value who you are, whole different conversation. So
Okay.
like I said, it's not always the white linen and all that. It's the intent behind where we're gonna go.
Okay,
like,
cool.
I'm putting you on something,
guys. Hold that thought, Martin. We're gonna have to take another commercial break. We gotta pay for this. Hold on, you guys, and we'll be right back with a little more shop talk.
All right.
I know he's bad for me. He just wants me like he's attached to me. So what's standing in our way? Yeah, he got such power over me, but I try to act cool about it. But what's standing in our way? He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like that. He does whatever what he feels for nobody but himself. No, yeah. He doesn't mind at all. He want my juice like that. He does whatever what he feels for nobody but himself. No, yeah. So I pull myself together to not give myself the pressure. I don't know what to do with it. Should I let him go? Oh, go. I don't know what to do with it. Should I let him go? Oh, go. I fall for his eyes when he's staring into mine. Know he's bad for me. So what's that?
Hey, all right, you guys. The commercials are hot, you guys. And bring my guests back. I am Rodney Howell, and this is Shop Talk, you guys. This is our first edition for this season. And we got some pretty hot topics coming up for you guys. So I'm bringing back in Joy. Where's Miss Joy at? Come on, Joy. Miss Sheila, Mike, and then my cousin Martin. What up, cuz? And we left off.
What up, though?
There you go, Martin. Now, Martin had something to say. We were talking about the women judging the brother, you know, depending on what restaurant they're taken to. Martin, what was your comment on that?
Ooh, I was just saying, like, I'm trying to put you on something. I ain't trying to take you where you always been. I'm trying to put you on some new shit.
Okay,
so
you're a creator.
Yeah, I'm creating the atmosphere or whatever. Like, as long as you eating or having your champagne or wine or whatever you want to drink or whatever, and you having a good time, it don't matter where we at.
Okay.
Because I could take you to Eddie V's or Morton's or whatever. I'm not a foodie. I only eat because I gotta eat in order to live. But
and have sex, right?
That's a must. You got to do that. Got to.
So
now, if it pop off the first night, it pop. If it don't, it don't. I know I'm gonna hit it sooner or later if I play my cards right.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, I mean, you the man.
Real
Your
talk.
charm will come across. But is that Martin? Is that the ultimate goal, though? Mike and Martin with brothers.
I mean,
I'm a lot older, so that used to be the goal. It's not like that now.
That's new for Mike, y'all. Mike's my best friend. Mike, real cool. And back in the day, Mike was hitting them left and right all day long. All day long. Mike was a player, Martin. He was definitely a player. So he's real chill now. This is a new Mike. So Martin, with you, is that ultimately the goal with the young lady that you take out on a date? Even if it's a couple of dates in, you are expecting something.
I mean, I think I'm not gonna say it's the ultimate goal, but you, as a man, you do want it.
Okay.
And she wants you too.
Right. And ladies, you're expecting that eventually, correct?
Yeah.
And they want it to be good. And they want you to last forever.
Go ahead, Mike.
A woman, when she wake up in the morning, she know what she's gonna do that night.
Okay.
She already knows.
And
So with us guys, we want the woman to make us feel heavy down there all day, and she wants to feel moist all day. So it's a connection with the both. And go back to the expensive restaurant. I like to be creative. It don't have to be an expensive restaurant because I think that's trying to show off a little bit more because that's what they want is the sex. So I just take it easy on that. And I've always been that way. Because we could, although I don't eat the fast food no more, but back in the day, Wendy's could be a whole lot of fun. A whole lot of fun.
Wendy's?
Yeah, a whole lot of fun. It's the one you create, brother. You already said you create. Create it.
Okay. So what I got from Mike, ladies, and this question is geared to you, that y'all already know from the first date if you're going to give this brother some, the first date or 2 days later or a month later. So is that true? Do women already know that they're going to be with this guy sexually? Y'all know. Absolutely. Exactly. So what determines that, Joy, since you spoke first?
I mean, it's all about the first impression. So you talk about the first date and you talk about, where you expect to go or whatever. And it doesn't need to be a high-end restaurant, like everybody's saying. Show me a good time. Show me that you care. You're thoughtful, things like that. Those first impressions, by that time, I'll know. And I knew that about my husband.
Right,
that was going to happen.
Right.
And Sheila, I forgot to mention, Sheila was married before. So she's now divorced. So Sheila, what?
So was I.
To that.
I'm sorry, Rodney.
Speak to the thing that you women know automatically from the first date or the second date that you're going to, have sex with this brother.
Yeah, women they can feel the connection. There's something special that we have inside of us that kind of know if it's going to be on and popping or not whether it's with your husband or someone that you're interested in. As Mike said and everyone said, it's the atmosphere you're creating. It's the wanting to say, I want to get to know this brother more. Someone once said to me a few weeks ago, and I hope he's not out here, but I'm going to steal his quote. He said, women do determine if and when sex is going to be had. Right. It's just something that we do. Like Mike said, we get up in the morning and we know what our intentions are. And if the guy comes correct, whether it's the first date or getting to know, we're going to know if we want to go to that distance with that person, whether it's long-term, short-term, is what he's doing and what his actions that he's taking. So first date, as Joy mentioned, first impressions go a long way. And you don't have a clue how much you can get out of a woman if you do it right.
All right. Okay. We schooling. You know what, y'all? Communication. These conversations are very important so that you can communicate to your partner, your potential partner, or wife, or whatever, what it is that you're looking for. So that's how come it's important that we put these type of shows out here. And I got Deb. She said absolutely. So if you have a partner, a spouse, or even your husband, you have to communicate with them. The Facebook comments are coming, and I'm trying to answer them as they come. But the thing is, back to communication is key. I was looking at something on social media, as we all do. Middle of the night, I'm just thumbing down, and I came across a show as a pastor, a young woman, and her husband was there, and she was talking to her husband about what he wanted and what he liked. But because of her position as a pastor, now this is her husband, and ain't her friend or her buddy, he wanted oral sex. And he was too ashamed to ask his wife for oral sex because of the position that she holds. But and I know I'm correct on this. A woman's a woman. It doesn't matter what position she holds, the needs need to be met for a woman. The same thing with a man. And I think that's something that they should have discussed, communicated in, while they were dating. That this is what he liked, and that's what that he doesn't like, and this is what she's willing to do and she's not. I don't think that her title should predict what she does for her husband, because I think for your husband you need to go all out, and the same thing for the husbands to do for wives. But what I wanted to say, you guys, is if you went out on a date. And we get this a lot. This is where the Me Too movement came in, so the brothers got to be very careful with what you say and what you do, and especially in the work environment. But if you went out and it was a late date, ladies, if it's after midnight and you hanging out with old boy, or if you came to his hotel room, and I understand no means no, but don't you think if you went out on a date with him, you went back to his room and it was late, that this brother would be expecting to have sex with you?
Yes.
Okay. You agree as well, Sheila?
I agree.
Okay.
I mean, unless you establish something, but yeah, I agree. I mean, especially if you said hotel,
right?
Yeah, they are expecting something. That doesn't necessarily mean that you always have to do it, but if you're complying, that you don't go there if you're not ready to.
Exactly.
And you ain't ready to bust it open, don't go there.
Exactly. Look, I'm setting it up like, okay, say like if it was a business trip, and you guys were out on business, and they took you, to Cancun or something. And so therefore you had to have a hotel room. Not saying that you were at home and then you went to a hotel room, because then, yes, that is kind of expected. But if you were out at a business meeting, and he asked you, you went out to dinner, he asked you to the room for a late night cap or whatever, you guys would be expecting to have sex with him, correct?
That's what that means. A nightcap mean we fucking.
Okay, Martin, we're going to have to keep just having sex, Martin, is good.
Oh, okay, all right.
Your cousin's single over here, and a lot of words sometimes kind of trigger me, and I'm over here by myself, so we just going to bring it down a little, Martin. We're going to say having sex. Now,
well, I think a nightcap mean. I'm sorry, I cut you off a little bit.
Go ahead, Martin. Finish your
No, I was just saying. I think when somebody's like, "Yo, you want to come in for a nightcap?"
that automatically means sex. But now,
I don't agree. I disagree, especially in the context of what you're saying. It's just, to me, it seems like you don't want the night to be over. We vibing. Let's see where this takes us. And both parties have to know that it could possibly take us there, because now you've gone to the next level. But nightcap, that shouldn't automatically equal that, because I've been in situations where I have gone to a nightcap and it was very good conversation. We were vibing and we just didn't get to that level of having sex. But it was to the point, and it wasn't that either one of us was playing games. It's just we didn't want the night to end. And what else do we want to do? Right. We want to spend more time together. And if it became intimate, great. If not, you know what? That next time is just going to be even sweeter. So that's kind of how I see it.
I see Sheila like to play games.
I'm not playing. I never said playing games. I was ready, but it may not have gone to that level at that point. but we were all willing participants.
Right.
Nightcap means getting it a little bit more personal.
Right.
And getting it a little bit more comfortable. Let me go back to the pastor lady.
Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have to ask her that because she, being a pastor, know the Book of Solomon. So read that.
Okay, Mike, he's spitting out.
Break it down, Mike. You're right.
Okay, and I think anybody that's married, you should know what your partner wants. Like I said, communication is key. Martin, the young lady Sunny directed this question to you, and it kind of sums up. It says that at the end of the day, brothers are looking for sex, and hopefully you can gain a good woman in the process. So, and with that question being said, do you, Martin and Mike, would you respect a sister, or would she be a candidate to be your wife if you had sex with her on the first date, if she gave it up? Would that make a difference?
Hey, I'm going to stop you because Rodney's not reading his cues, but I think we need another break.
Thank you, Joy.
We got another break. The conversation is too good. Come on.
Hold that thought. We'll be right back.
All right, y'all. We got another break. Go on a break. We'll be back, y'all. Stay tuned. It's hot.
To me, let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me you're lost, feel so blue, leaving me on the spot so confused. Oh baby, tasting so sweet, acting so rude. Won't you tell me what I'm supposed to do? Yeah. High and low, in between, acting out, make it seem. Working on our body language, working on our body language. Baby, now tell me exactly how you feel. I'm just trying to keep it real. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Tell me exactly what you mean. You mean everything to me. Let me love you on the inside, love you on the inside. Dance on the beat. I don't want no excuses. You keep me feeling so clueless. I'd like to dream. Keep on dreaming about us, baby. Yeah. Now tell me.
All right, and we are back with Rodney Howell and Shop Talking, my co-host, Joy Santiago Clark. Joy is keeping me up, boy.
Honorary co-host.
These,
That's right,
commercial break. It's like, you know what? When you got a good vibe going, a good show going, it's like it's hard to go to commercial break. You know, everybody's got some hot topics going. They got hot answers and questions, and then and you guys can't see what I see. It is this small, way over in the right-hand side of my corner. And you see I got these glasses on. So I don't know what happened to Mike. I know Mike didn't chicken out and just chimed off of this show. But, hey, so we got something from Miss Tina Pickett. What is wrong with talking about it ahead of time? Let him or her know that sex is not, and it's got, where's the rest of it? That sex is not, okay.
Wait, hold on. I think I can see it.
It went away. Communication.
It says, can't we just establish ahead of time that sex is not going to happen even though we are going back to the room late?
You ain't coming back to my room then.
Well, and like you said, it's grown folks, and that's something that you need to
go home.
Go home. Say no nightcap for you.
I don't even like someone.
I was just laughing with Mark. He said, "Go home." I said, "No nightcap for that lady." Whoever said,
we can Zoom call a nightcap. We
Hey,
gonna do
I
that.
have a question about this whole thing too. So along those lines of what that question, if you, and Martin, to your point, go home. So what about ghosting? Is that where this whole thing about ghosting?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Ghosting.
Mike
Yes,
might not
Mike,
know
you know
what
what
that
that
means.
is? I mean, I don't want to take away, but I'm just saying we were talking about first dates and then what happens after nightcap. Martin said if she didn't want to have sex or go down that path, go home. Do you cancel her or do you go out on a second date
No,
with her?
like I love a
Do you
challenge.
ghost her? Or do you
I
tell her
love a
it was
challenge.
nice knowing you?
No, I'm gonna act like I don't want it.
Oh, okay.
When you act like you don't want it, they really want to give it to you.
Or
Oh,
you gonna play hard to get to, huh?
Just never talk about it.
I'm telling
Right.
you, Mike, Martin, the man. Mike, your mic is good now.
yep.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
good
what
now.
happened.
He's
So
not
you don't
echo.
have to mute it no more, Mike. It's good. We're good. But Martin, so what and we ghosting. And you want to explain, Martin, to everybody what ghosting is.
Well, ghosting is when you meet somebody and y'all do whatever y'all do, y'all hang out or whatever. You never contact that person again. You never reply to their phone calls or text messages. You become a
So
ghost.
now they changed the word from one night stand to ghosting.
No. It's a different
No, we
meaning.
still got them.
The ghosting mean that you don't whatever you did, even if it's just a conversation that you were having with someone, and just all of a sudden, just right off the bat, you stop contacting that person. You stop communicating with them. And we got Tina said we need to do a show on ghosting. So somebody's been ghosting quite a bit.
It's a
And
big thing. It's a big thing for single people. It's huge.
so you and Martin, maybe you can speak on that. Why do brothers ghost, or why do women ghost?
Well, women, I don't know why women do what they do. I still can't understand them.
Yeah, you
Sometimes
never
they just
will.
do it because they might be embarrassed or they might not like you like that.
Right. And usually that's what it boils down to. It's someone that you had a conversation with them, and usually you're not man enough or woman enough to tell that person that, hey, this is not working out. I'm not interested.
I
And I
changed
mean, it's
my mind.
disrespect.
Something
Or I
came
changed
up.
my mind.
My ex
Exactly.
came back in the picture, and I didn't know how to tell you. Say
Hold on.
something.
Something.
Look, I know I'm
fly.
fly. I know I'm fly. Flies, whatever, right? I done been ghosted before, and I had women come back and they explained to me what happened. Oh, Mar, I don't know what was going on in my life. I just had a lot going on, and I just couldn't talk to you. Da 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 da. And it
But
is
they
what it
did
is. I
come
don't
back.
care.
But they came back, right?
They always come back.
Okay.
But I really don't care because there's so many women out here. Like,
Oh shoot,
That's
And
the thing.
see,
that's the thing.
that can
And
be.
that's not right. To be
Exactly.
honest.
Look, Sheila said that ain't right. But
No.
well, life ain't right.
But
Common
it is
courtesy.
what it is.
If you're interested in me and going on the first date, back to the first date, or any dates, if you're interested in me enough where we got to know each other, common courtesy would be, it's not working out. It was nice knowing you. Just and bye. That's it. I mean, you don't owe any explanation, but I just think ghosting is just not that we're too grown for that. Use your words.
Right. And you know what, you guys, we got one more. And we got to wrap it up, and we got to go. That I see she's got in capital letters. So this has been amazing. But one thing that I want to ask you guys, and I wanted to get someone of the same gender loving on the show, because people have asked me, what do gay people do on the first date? If you got two men or if you got two women, what do they do? Who pays the bill on the first date? What would you guys assume? Joy, what would you assume?
I don't know. I think it goes back to that, who asked who?
Who asked?
Yeah. Like
That's
if
good.
who asked who out. And I think whoever the asker is, whoever asks gets to pick and pay.
Okay, Sheila, what about you?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay. And Mike, what about you, Mike? Old school.
I whoever asks.
Whoever asks. What about you, Cuz Martin?
Hey, whoever, I agree with them. I think whoever asked you out, they
let me tell you what was so funny, and people don't know, and of course we don't. Somebody told me, well, whoever the top is in a relationship, and then the woman is like whoever the most masculine one is. So that's funny, you guys, and I had to share that. But the thing is that I think we've all agreed that whoever asks for the date should be the one that pays for the date. You know, and then communication again is key, you guys. Make sure that you start communicating with your partner or the person that you're talking to, because before you go on that date, hopefully you had several phone calls and you've been communicating with one another, and you've been probably FaceTiming one another. That's important, you guys. That's
or
important.
you had sex already.
They don't mind with that. So he must be horny. We got one more quick commercial break, you guys, and we're gonna come right back and wrap this up. Hold on, Martin, put that drink down, boy.
I've been doing this for 30 years, and I still love what I do. Opening up this salon, looking forward to all the wonderful, beautiful women that I make feel good after I've done their hair. I have a great team. I have 6 amazing stylists along with 1 esthetician. So if you're looking for a professional environment and professional stylist, Hairshin is your place. We're located at 25284 Evergreen Road, just north of 10 Mile in Southfield, the fabulous downtown Southfield. So give us a call at 248-799-9963. We're looking forward to servicing you.
Oh, I love it, Rodney. Thank you. Yes.
Broken future, all the plans you made in your heart grew just to die.
Hey, you guys, and we are back. And before we get up out of here, you guys, I just want to introduce you to my guests again. We have Joy Santiago Clark, and Joy does real estate. She's a real estate agent and a broker. She has her own business, you guys. And then we got our girl Sheila, and Sheila's a banker. For those of you that want to know, if you saw the commercial break, they had a little advertising thing going on there. And then we got my boy Mike. Mike and I go way back, you guys, when we were teenagers. Mike has his own landscaping business, all professionals. And then my boy Martin. Martin, take your shirt off, boy. Show him. Martin's a trainer.
No, you told me to be professional.
I told him to be professional. But Martin's a trainer, you guys. So if you ever need, you know, a trainer, or you need to be worked out and you need to stay fit for that date that's coming up, check out my cousin Martin, because
and I'm a consultant too for men that's afraid to talk to women.
Okay, Martin.
Is this Martin Green, Paula's son?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now look, Martin, my boy Mike used to hang out with your mom, which is my cousin.
Oh, okay.
Get out of here, Mike. I forgot all about that, you guys. But I want to thank you guys for coming on and sharing your comments about what you think about dating and first dates. You know, I think it's good information, and it's fun, you know, and we got an opportunity to share some of our experiences and some of the things that we could share with our audiences. So you guys got to stay tuned. Make sure you share this with everybody, because I'm coming on here every Monday at 8:00. And y'all are some of my favorite people, so I'm sure it's going to be some repeats on here. So y'all going to have to come back and join me here on the show. But if you guys, so who's all single? We know Joy is married. Sheila's single. My boy Mike, Claire, maybe not. Or you can't say right now.
Sheila,
Mike.
Oh, Mike's single.
Thank you, Martin.
Okay, Mike's single.
Sheila, fly over there. She need to pass me that number and start playing.
Wait, Martin.
You already got it. Check your text messages.
Here we go. Look, Sheila, if nothing else, we know he good to have some sex. I don't know how good he gonna be on the date, but we know he's gonna take you to a nice place, and afterwards he's gonna be expecting some sex. That's the young brothers from you, man. But it's okay. We're all adults, you know, and it's all fun. And as long as you're communicating, communication is key, you guys. So if you're talking to somebody so that there won't be no mistakes and so nobody will get ghosted, make sure that you establish what you're looking for in a relationship with somebody and what you plan on doing on the first date. And most important, find out who's going to pay on the first date. That's important. That's our time, you guys. I love you guys. Thanks so much for listening to Shop Talk with Rodney Howell. Until next week, I love y'all. Thanks again, you guys, for tuning in. Take care.
My name is Christine Burkett, the inventor of the 5 F's to Love. This is a compatibility app. It's an app that gives you an opportunity to rate words that start with the letter F in chronological order of importance to you, to help you find your one true love, your soulmate, and the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with. So after you've taken the time to rate your F's in chronological order, you send a link to the person, I don't know, you just met, or the person you've been dating for quite some time. Or maybe it's the person you've been married to for 30 to 40 to 50 years. And then you compare your top 5 F's to find out what things you have in common and things that you may perhaps need to work on. This is taking a simplistic perspective on how to find your one true love, your soulmate, the person you're going to spend the rest of your life with.